Or like, look. What? You okay, bud? You need some milk? Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh. And all you gotta do is protect the camera. I'll go running that way if you come running this way. You okay?
I'm stressed.
Okay, so just to preface this, we're at this sketchy park at night, and there's some guy trying to mess with us while we're reviewing this. So back to the review. When Jake asked me if I wanted to do an MCU recap review, I was like, yeah, because I need more content on my channel and I don't do any work. So he asked what movie I wanted to do, and I didn't know. Because the only strong opinions I have on any MCU movies are both Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which I love. And I'd heard a lot about Doctor Strange. It had a lot of divisive reviews, and I wanted to get in on the discussion. One of the primary things that I heard the most was, well, it's trippy and crazy and weird and it'll blow my mind. But I've seen so many movies that I would consider weird and trippy that at this point, I knew it just wouldn't shock me. Which is sad because comic book movies can go really far. It's just, I know with what Marvel's been doing lately, it may not go as far as I'd like it to, and it just didn't. Doctor Strange sees itself as some sort of trippy, weird, crazy masterpiece. Maybe not quite a masterpiece, but it does look at itself as a lot crazier and wilder than it really is, compared to other movies like Eraserhead or The Holy Mountain. At the end of the day, it's just a CGI fest with a lot of action that's fun and enjoyable, but at the end of the movie, I didn't really remember it. I didn't care that much. And ultimately, that's an issue I kind of had with the movie, is I didn't care. I did enjoy seeing certain aspects that I remember from the comics, because if anyone remembers, Doctor Strange appeared in some Deadpool comics, and it was cool to see that because I'm a Deadpool fan. The movie delves into ideas like astral projection and bending reality, and reality being not really what it is, which is things we've heard so many times in other movies like The Matrix or Inception and even Insidious. Which I've made very clear, I don't like Insidious. It's not a good movie.
What about Insidious 2?
It probably sucks. The sequel. Sorry, Ryan. I guess that's like the majority of my opinions on Doctor Strange. I might have more, but...
Did someone say Doctor Strange? Because I think I have a lot more of an opinion on Doctor Strange, considering I actually liked it. Why do you just talk about movies that you don't like? Do you even like movies?
What are you, YMSing me? Treating me like Film Twitter treats YMS?
Yes. Do you support bestiality?
Let's talk about the end of the movie, where Doctor Strange shows up, and then he says,
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
and then Dormammu kills him, and then Doctor Strange says,
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
and then Dormammu kills him again, and then Doctor Strange says,
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
and then Dormammu's like, what's going on here?
Time loop bracelet.
This is time. You don't have time in your universe. Get timed.
But how do I stop it?
I've come to bargain.
On an actual like structural level, I really liked what they did that you hated with the whole like trippiness. I think like a lot of the shots were like really, really beautifully crafted as far as like him inside his...
Which, yeah, they're well done, I'd say. Like, the CGI, I'll compliment. The cape looks really cool, and a lot of sort of the building bending that they took from Inception was really cool how it looked. Like, it worked fine.
Did you like the mirror dimension?
The mirror dimension.
I think that was a really weird plot point when they were like, okay, now we're in the mirror dimension, but we kind of kicked ourselves in the ass already because our enemies are stronger here. So it's like, I saw it a while back, and like at the point that I watched this movie, I had a lot lower standards for movies. But I did rewatch it for the sake of this review, and I have to say that it still stood for me.
One of the things that I thought the movie didn't do as well with the trippy effects was what it did.
You called them trippy.
Well, they think that they're trippy. Everyone thinks that these are like mind-boggling effects. But just go on Tumblr, type in trippy hippie in the search bar, and you'll find some girl. She maybe smoked weed once. She smoked it like once, and now she wants the whole world to know. So she has these gifs of just rainbow colors and like hands that have hands on their fingers, which have fingers on their hands that have fingers. So at the end of the day, the movie's fine, and it's a passable superhero movie. It's just not what it wanted to be, which is almost an even worse failure than just being what it wanted to be and living up to that. If that makes any sense at all.